Jerrel Hasselbaink, usually known as Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink, is a Dutch former footballer who played as a striker for various clubs in the Netherlands, Portugal, England, and Spain. He also played 23 matches for the Dutch national team, including at the 1998 FIFA World Cup. He scored more than 250 career goals. He was the first team coach at English Championship side Nottingham Forest, until January 2013 when he left the club after terminating his contract by mutual consent. On May 29 that year, he was appointed manager of Royal Antwerp in the Belgian Second Division, where he stayed for one season. His nephew Nigel Hasselbaink plays professionally for St Johnstone FC. In the Scottish Premiership. Club career, Netherlands. Hasselbaink was born in Paramaribo, Suriname, but began his footballing career in the Netherlands, in the Eerste Divisie first with Telstar for whom he played until 1991, and then Alkmaar Zaanstreek. He stayed at AZ for 3 seasons before being released by the club and ended up playing non-league football. Portugal, he signed for Portuguese side Campeones in August 1995 but, after only one season, Hasselbaink was signed by Boavista where he first came to prominence. He scored 20 goals in 23 league appearances for the club and helped them win the Portuguese Cup. Leeds United, Leeds manager George Graham signed Hasselbaink in the summer of 1997 for a fee in the region of £2 million. After scoring on his Premier League debut against Arsenal at Elland Road, Hasselbaink finished his first season in English football with 16 league goals. The following season, Hasselbaink's 18 goals and 36 appearances made him joint winner of the Premiership Golden Boot as Leeds finished 4th in the league under David O'Leary. Atletico Madrid, after rejecting a new contract offer from Leeds and subsequently requesting a transfer, Hasselbaink was sold to Spanish club Atletico Madrid for £12 million in 1999. He adapted to the Spanish game well, scoring 24 goals in 34 La Liga appearances and 32 in all competitions, though the club was still relegated. Chelsea, Hasselbaink returned to England on May 31, 2000, when he was signed by Chelsea, for a club record fee of £15 million, which matched the then transfer record for an English club. He signed a 4-year contract, and claimed that Leeds had blocked him from joining Chelsea from them. Hasselbaink scored 23 goals in 35 league appearances in the 2000-01 season, including a volley from outside the penalty area against Manchester United and a 4-goal haul against Coventry City. He finished the season as the Premier League's second highest scorer. At the start of the next season he earned the distinction of scoring the first competitive goal at Southampton's new St Mary's Stadium. He formed a productive partnership with Iceland striker Gray Johnson in his second year with Chelsea, scoring 29 goals in all competitions and helping Gray Johnson to 23 in a season which also saw Chelsea reach the FA Cup final. Hasselbaink was injured in the game prior to the final and, clearly unfit, he was substituted early on at Millennium Stadium as Chelsea lost 2-0. In his last 2 seasons with Chelsea the goals dried up. He scored only 11 goals in 27 games in 2002-03, though in the next season he scored 17 goals in all competitions which, despite the arrival of new strikers Adrian Muto and Hernan N. Crespo, made him top scorer at the club for the 3rd time in 4 years. He ended his Chelsea career with 87 goals in 177 games in all competitions. Middlesbrough. On July 9, 2004, Hasselbaink joined Middlesbrough on a 2-year contract after a free transfer. Due to several other internationals being signed by the club at the time, Hasselbaink predicted that Middlesbrough could qualify for the UEFA Champions League. In his first season he scored 13 goals in 36 league games. He struck the winner in 1-0 wins at Grasshoppers in the UEFA Cup and Everton in the League Cup. He also captained the side in a 4-1 win over Manchester United and scored the second goal for Borough. In his second season with the club, he helped them reach the UEFA Cup final, where they lost 4-0 to Sevilla. New Middlesbrough manager Gareth Southgate released Hasselbaink on July 4, 2006, and a potential move to Celtic of the Scottish Premier League collapsed 2 days later. Charlton Athletic. After his Middlesbrough contract expired, Hasselbaink joined his fourth Premier League team, Charlton Athletic, on a free transfer on July 11, 2006. Soon after joining the club, Hasselbaink was charged by the FA with improper conduct and/or bringing the game into disrepute for his claims about Chelsea. He alleged that his former club paid players a bonus after the 2004 Champions League win over Arsenal. A Premier League inquiry into what would have been illegal bonus payments found no evidence to support the claims, which were denied by Chelsea. Hasselbaink scored his first goal for Charlton against his old team Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on September 9, 2006, but he did not celebrate out of respect for the fans. Chelsea's fans in turn gave him a round of applause, even though his goal had brought Charlton level. Hasselbaink was also instrumental in advising Scott Carson that Frank Lampard's penalty would be struck down the middle of the goal. True to form, this event transpired and Carson went on to save the penalty and keep Charlton in the game despite their subsequent loss. He scored twice as Charlton edged Chesterfield out of the League Cup on penalties in November. After a long goal drought, Hasselbaink scored against yet another of his former clubs, Middlesbrough, on January 13, 2007, a game which Middlesbrough went on to win. Hasselbaink throughout this game was applauded by Middlesbrough supporters, most of whom consider his goal against Basel in the UEFA Cup as the goal which kept Middlesbrough's dreams of a place in the semi-finals alive. Like his previous goal against former club Chelsea, he did not celebrate, as respect to Middlesbrough fans. Hasselbaink was released by Charlton at the end of the 2006-07 season. Cardiff City. Hasselbaink was on the verge of joining Championship side Leicester City on August 14, 2007, but the club later withdrew their offer. On August 16, Cardiff City chairman Peter Ridsdale, who worked with Hasselbaink at Leeds United, brought him to Cardiff on a one-year deal, teaming up with former Liverpool and Leeds striker Robbie Fowler. Both Fowler and Hasselbaink started the season out of the team due to both lacking fitness, and they eventually went on to make their debuts for the club in the same game, a 1-0 victory over Leyton Orient in the League Cup. On September 19, 2007, he scored his first goal for Cardiff with a 20-yard low drive in the 2-1 league defeat at home to Watford. After an impressive performance against Wolverhampton Wanderers in the fifth round of the FA Cup, he was nominated for the Player of the Round after a goal which he powered the ball into the top corner. Jimmy remained as a regular starter for Cardiff throughout the season, only losing his place for a handful of matches to an informed Steve Thompson, although due to his age he rarely finished a match. On March 15, 2008, Hasselbaink received the first red card of his Cardiff career for a foul on Colchester United goalkeeper Dean Gherkin. Cardiff appealed the red card but it was upheld. Hasselbaink also made appearances in 5 of the 6 matches Cardiff played to reach the FA Cup final for the first time in 81 years, which they went on to lose 1-0 to Portsmouth, where he played 70 minutes before being substituted for Steve Thompson. At the end of the season, Cardiff decided against extending his contract and he was released. On August 16, 2008, during the 1-1 draw between Norwich City and Blackpool at Carrow Road, it was revealed that Hasselbaink had attended the game at the personal invitation of Norwich chairman Roger Munby. However, on August 29, manager Glenn Reeder revealed that Hasselbaink would not be joining the club permanently. Reeder said, he only ever came here for training and people mustn't make too much of it. If I was to sign Jimmy Hasselbaink, he wouldn't be here on trial or a test or anything like that. I wouldn't embarrass the man like that. Instead, Hasselbaink retired from professional football. International career. Hasselbaink made his debut for the Dutch national side aged 26, in a 0-0 friendly home draw with Cameroon at the Geldome in Arnhem. He came on as a 61st-minute substitute for Marc Overmars. His international career was handicapped by fierce competition for the striker's role, due to the presence of Dennis Bergkamp, Patrick Kluivert, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Pierre van Hooijdonk and Roy Mekaar. In 2004, Hasselbaink decided to quit the Dutch national team and no longer made himself available. His most noteworthy accomplishment as an international was playing at the 1998 World Cup in France, and having started for the Netherlands in their opening game against Belgium. International goals, coaching career. In 2009, Hasselbaink trained with Conference Southside Woking to help keep himself fit and do some coaching. More recently, he has also worked with Chelsea's U16 squad and coached at the Nike Academy while taking his UEFA B&A licenses. From July 2011, he was a member of the coaching staff at Nottingham Forest. During this time he was working towards his UEFA A coaching license. However, he left the club in January 2013 after former manager Sean O'Driscoll was sacked. On May 29, 2013, Hasselbaink was announced as the new manager of Antwerp. Honours, career statistics, club. International. Notes. References. External links, Premier League profile, Charlton profile, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink Euro FIFA competition record, Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink profile and stats at World van Oranje.